Hello, I'm Lena Wallace, and this is Small Talk about big ideas. She's been at Newport News Shipbuilding since 1987, and now Jennifer Boykin is the 20th president. Recently, she unveiled her forward strategy of moving Newport News Shipbuilding into the future. We recently sat down with her and talked about this strategy and her vision for getting there, focusing on her key objectives: enable the workforce, execute efficiently, transform business operations, and grow the business space.
Everybody who works here is a leader in making sure that we live the values, that we stand up for what's right, that we make sure we don't shoot the messenger, that we continue to encourage our employees to bring their ideas forward, that we help people with the training that's required, that we transition knowledge from experienced workers to new workers, everything that it takes to make sure that our employees can be their best every day.
You talk a lot about NNSFORWARD. Can you explain that strategy?
NNSFORWARD really has four components. The first is enable the workforce, and that's really about doing everything we can so that our workforce has the opportunity to do their best every day. When you just think about the workforce, you know, some of the basic needs of our workforce, we have to do a better job of meeting. Parking is a great example of that. We've had challenges with parking as long as I've been here for 30 plus years.
How can we find a solution to parking?
Really what we need to do is find different solutions. So bringing together a very diverse team of people who have, you know, maybe IT app experience. They've written apps and people who have experience with things like, you know, using Uber or finding satellite vehicles that are wired. I mean, there's all sorts of different things that we need to bring into kind of the opportunity of how we can solve the problem. It's probably not going to be one single simple solution, but I think a series of things that really meet the needs of the employees. An important part of the parking solution is finding out what the employees who have the parking challenges believe will be the best solutions, not deciding for them.
What are some of your ideas for solutions?
Well, you know, hide-ins is a good example. I mean, we heard a lot from employees about the safety people felt or didn't feel at the end of the shift change. So we've done things like in this parking lot to try to make it safer and try to give us more opportunities to increase the spots.
Enabling the workforce by solving parking problems, helping shipbuilders focus on growing the business space, especially with their #1 customer.
You know, the Navy leadership has been very clear that they're looking for 355 ship Navy. They need that so that they can serve all the missions that they need to serve. But in addition, as part of the federal government and with just like other parts of the federal government, they also have challenges with the budget.
What is another challenge here moving forward?
So that's really execute efficiently. Shipbuilding is a value stream. Every part of it is dependent on other parts. So we engineer what we're going to build and we design it. We provide that to supply chain so that they can go procure the material. We give that information to our manufacturing shops so they can manufacture the parts that they make. And then our assembly teams assemble all that. Our test teams test the systems, and then we deliver it to the Navy. That entire value stream needs to operate efficiently and effectively. But in addition, transform business operations really means understand how we do the functions that we do and figure out how to either do process changes or process improvements or utilize technology that either exists or that we can create so that it's easier to get that done and so that we can do that in a way that takes less human labor to accomplish. Find the information easier, find it more simply.
And Jennifer, how does inclusion and diversity play a role in this?
It's much more than race, it's much more than gender, it's much more than sexual orientation, it's much more than generational differences. It's really about having a team that's made up of people who have different experiences inside the yard and outside, and leveraging those differences to come up with new, creative ways of solving problems.
This is the first video of Small Talk about big ideas with Jennifer Boykin. Keep watching, we'll have more in the future. I'm Lena Wallace.